Excuse me, sir and or madam. May I have a moment of your time to share with you some incredible news? Get away from you, you say? I'll take that as a yes. See, sir and or madam, I represent Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the premier vacation spot of your dreams. And I have some wonderful opportunities for you to escape. Tell me, do you work? You do. And do you hate your job? Fantastic. Well, what a better way to revive some of your mental health than to travel to the Smokies. Do you have problems? I see. And do you know what the healthiest way to resolve those problems is? Why, sir and or madam, burying them deep and forgetting about them entirely while you travel to the Smokies. Yeah, they might come out in weird, unhealthy ways later, but you'll have some great pictures. Tell me, sir and or madam, do you have a social media profile? Yes, and do you have those fake friends that only want you to see the parts of their life that they want you to see, where they're on the cruise ships and they act like they have a lot of money and fun and responsibility? Yes, well, you know what a great way to get back to them, at them, is. You got it. The Smokies. Go there, take pictures, put them on Facebook, and show that you are happy, wealthy, and successful, but you have to go to the right places. And with my coupons, you don't have to be rich to get the vacation. The $1 million vacation of your dreams. Let me show you what I have here. Some of the greatest attractions in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville, all right next to one another for your pleasure. First off, if you're going to go to Gatlinburg, you have to go to Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is a mountain next to the Gatlinburg Valley, and you can either drive there or you can take a tram, a rickety tram that suspends your helpless body 1,500 feet above the ground, one wire stopping you from a certain death. But don't worry, it hasn't happened since 3 years ago. What? Gatlinburg. If you've ever wanted to feel snow, but you weren't sold on it because you know that snow is cold, fake snow is your best bet. At Gatlinburg, you can experience snow at its fakest. You can ski for those who don't want the challenge of skiing. You can tube. There's the tubers right there. Let us open it up and expand our adventure. Okay. just so happens to be stapled together. There is a ice skating rink where you can go and push your children, apparently, who don't want to skate. Hey, it's the 21st century. There's ways to make everything lazier, right? You can push your children so they don't even have to stop playing their video games. There's more fake snow in a cringe otter that you can go see as well. Because there's a lot of natural wildlife on top of a mountain covered in fake snow, and you can see all of it. Next, you can absolutely gorge yourself on heavily processed food, and then buy overly expensive merchandise. Save the date. Your Gatlinburg experience is waiting for you. But wait, because there is so much more. Dollywood is perhaps the greatest sale of Sevierville, Tennessee, and here is the pamphlet to prove it. Dollywood, the largest theme park in the South, if the South is limited to Sevierville, Tennessee. Here, you can take a walk on the wild side, go to the Big Bear Mountain, which is Dollywood's largest coaster at 3,990 feet. Maximum speed 48 miles per hour. Onboard audio, so you don't have to listen to the person dry heaving behind you. Summer celebrations and themes for every single holiday event. You can also stay at the Dolly Parton Experience, which you can go and look at a woman who has sang some songs and done some things and stand there in awe and bask in her excellence. And I don't know how to put it any better than that. But Dolly Parton has many other things as well. For instance, go check out her Stampede. It used to be called the Dixie Stampede, but apparently it was offensive, so it is now the Dolly Parton Stampede. What is the Dolly Parton Stampede? Well, it's a lot of horses and men wearing bedazzled clothing. Have I hooked you yet? Not yet? That's odd. That usually does it. Dolly Parton provides this family fun environment and experience where you go and you eat more food than any one man or woman should. The tour includes vegetable soup, rotisserie chicken, barbecue pork loin, buttery corn on the cob, herb-basted potatoes, homemade biscuits, a dessert, and unlimited soda. And what you are getting is an experience of a lifetime. You get to see buffalo. You get to see, for some reason, Dixie Stampede was offensive, but neon glow-in-the-dark wearing Native American garb is not. Don't you want to go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee? And you get to see them do tricks, trapezes, and it sets the crowd in two different spots. You can either be the North or the South. Dolly Parton Stampede, if nothing else, the most impressive brochures you will find. But wait, I'm sure you thought, but what if I want to pretend to be an elf and represent the North Pole? Well, do I have a treat for you? Because at Dolly Parton Stampede, they have a Christmas show as well. A Christmas show which has a menu of vegetable soup, rotisserie chicken, barbecue pork loin, corn on the cob, herb-basted potatoes, homemade biscuits, signature dessert, and unlimited soda. Why? I'm sure you're saying, isn't the exact same menu as what's on this? And isn't this the exact same advertising? Except she's wearing a hat? Well, right you are, sir. Or madam. Because Dolly Parton is so confident in her menu that she doesn't think she needs to change a thing, not even a candy cane, to be supplemented to make this Christmas wonderful. And as you can see, you now get to enjoy neon gingerbread men battling over something, I'm sure. And you get to see the wise men and the angels. You know what makes these men wise? The fact that somehow they managed entry into the show and didn't have to pay the $50 price per adult. If only they would share their secrets. But wait, because Gatlinburg is so much more than just Dollywood's Christmas events. America's #1, presented by a drug company. They have other dinner events as well. And one of those dinner events is the Hatfields and the McCoys, profiting off of a story of two families who, for decades, murdered each other and tortured each other into oblivion. And if that's not a dinner event that you want to go to, I don't know what would be. The Hatfield and the McCoys, priding themselves on being the most expensive dinner show in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville area. But you do get to enjoy Granny's Fixins, feud and fried chicken, open pit pulled to pieces pork barbecue, Southern style creamy soup, smashed mashed taters, buttery corn on the cob, Ma's hot homemade bread, Daisy's blue ribbon coleslaw, and Granny's famous specialty dessert. The amazing thing about these dinner shows is that they manage to be totally ambiguous as to what the dessert will actually be. Anyways, here you see instigating of a fight to simulate the murder of the actual story, putting in comedy where seen fit. Nothing says slapstick humor like the old trash bin on the head. And since this is the Christmas show, you get to see dogs dressing up in snorkels and a woman dressed as a pumpkin for a Christmas show, and a woman who clearly forgot that she was supposed to dress up in Christmas garb went to Walmart and found the first thing she could find in deer antlers. Fantastic. The Hatfields and the McCoys. Don't let this opportunity pass you up. But wait, there's more. What if instead of seeing murdering families or neon Indians dancing, what if you wanted something that appeals to things a little bit more R-rated? Right. R-rated. You guessed it. The Pirate Voyage Dinner Show. Scan here for the full schedule. A fun feast and adventure. Pirates Voyage Dinner and Show. Here you see the pirates, and you know that they are historically accurate because of their heavy usage of eyeliner, just like pirates used to do. Their heavily overusage of lace and headbands and doubloons. Pirates Voyage invites you to join the most famous pirate, Blackbeard, and his quartermaster, Calico Jack, as they lead the Crimson and Sapphire crews in a battle on land and on deck. You'll thrill to spectacular acrobatic competition. You know what? We don't need to read this or question its vocabulary. Here is some of the pictures. As you can see, they spared no expense to provide you a realistic pirate experience by use of trapeze artists and acrobatics. Because nothing says realistic pirate adventure like 3 mermaids hanging suspended above in the air by anchors. Now, what is the food, you ask? Oh, you didn't ask? Well, I'm going to tell you anyways. The food is a mighty feast to take in the creamy vegetable soup. You gotta be kidding me. This is the same menu. Sorry, I mean creamy vegetable soup biscuit, but this time it's a Buccaneer biscuit, so totally different. Pan-fried chicken, sugar-cured ham, corn on the cob, herb-basted potato, and the first discernible dessert, the apple o mi pie, which is probably winning awards for the cringiest name of any item on any menu at any time. If nothing else, that should be worth it, right? Comparing this to the Hatfield and the McCoys, it's the literally exact same thing, minus the coleslaw. And the Stampede. Okay, we don't need to look at that because the pan-fried chicken has a sugar-cured ham. That is the difference. I knew there was one, maybe. Let's take a look at the pirates as they wear tights, decorate themselves with eyeliner, and stand upside down in a handstand. Where do I sign up? But wait, there's more. See, in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and Sevierville is also heavily influenced and encapsulated in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Yes, the same Ripley's that you are familiar with, showing the cringiest of humankind. And in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, it is the exact same. One of the greatest Ripley's attractions is Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. The Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies, as pictured right there, is an environment for the whole family as you come inches away from the least dangerous but scariest looking somewhat shark species in the city. I can't really say state or country or world or really anything else. That's not the point. Voted the best U.S. aquarium by, I'm assuming, the people at Ripley's. This aquarium boasts pregnant seahorses, children staring at clownfish, and sea turtles. You can touch a ray, as if that would be something that anybody would want. You can also feed the rays, which are super cringy looking flatfish. They're live mermaids, which just so happen to be right next to a scuba diver. Then you can go see the Shark Lagoon, where you can find sharks with horrible mouth deformities who look like they need a dentist, and then everybody's favorite, the sawtooth, which of course is not pictured in here. Okay. Then you can go see the penguins, who, despite being incredibly jerkish and pecking and biting and pooping on people, people still find them absolutely mesmerizing. Oh, and don't forget, you can also pay prime dollar to have them dip a penguin in paint and then walk on a sheet of paper for you. If you enjoy Ripley's, they also have 2 mini golfs, and if you're not familiar with mini golf, it is fully exploring how crazy and stupid golf actually is by making it even stupider and crazier. They initiate windmills and pigs and sewage pipes to make the event very frustrating and humiliating when you can't sink that 4-foot putt because you came off of a rubber turtle. Old McDonald's Mini Golf is a fantastic place. I would recommend it highly. When you get into Gatlinburg, Ripley's Davy Crockett Mini Golf is another fantastic attraction. Ripley's Super Fun Zone, the Ripley's Moving Theater 5D, because Ripley's has found another 2 dimensions that they want to subject you to. Ripley's Believe It or Not, Ripley's Candy Factory, Ripley's Mirror Maze, and of course, Ripley's Haunted Adventure. From the moment you walk into this place, you will be chastised and humiliated by the staff, who will eye you up and down and lodge insults at you. Have I not sold it yet? Well, you will then join with up to 10 complete strangers, hold their hands, and then walk through a room that is padded with fur, with the lights totally off. You won't be able to see your finger if it is 2 inches from your face. All while people who, let's face it, probably could not pass a criminal background check or psychiatric evaluation to do any other job, haunt you, chase you, pretend to escape from prison, which is probably where they just came from in real life, all while unsupervised. When you get to the end, you get in a fake elevator only to be crashed. The doors fly open and a car hits you. Not really. But if it's any solace, if you're over the age of 6, you can participate in this incredibly traumatic experience. And it's the only house in Tennessee that's open 365 days. You're never alone in the dark. But wait, getting back to the mini golf. Certainly there's other mini golfs. Yes, there is. I'm glad you said that. Yes, I know you didn't actually say that. It's just Crave Mini Golf. At Crave Mini Golf, the #1 mini golf in America, which was voted for by the people of Crave. You can come see Santa. I think this is probably a holiday one. I don't think Santa's there all the time. Go check out the mini golf. Try an escape room. And if you're not familiar with escape rooms is, well, it's kind of like marriage counseling. You get locked into a room that someone else dragged you to with other people you really don't want to be around, and you have to be there, usually for an hour, in some crazy scenario that you never wanted to be in. So, yeah. You can also do bowling. Fantastic. Crave Golf Club, voted #1 in America by Crave. Lastly, a wonderful place. Have you ever looked at a knife and said, I want to be surrounded by a million more of these things? Well, if you have Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Smoky Mountain Knife Works is the world's largest knife store, and that's probably true. Right off of is it Winfield Dunn Parkway, right? I work here, I know what I'm talking about. 3 square foot, 3 stories of knives, 108,000 square feet with a big blue roof. As you walk into Smoky Mountain Knife Works, you will be accosted by very large bins of crazy and random knives. You can go to the bottom floor and see lots of military surplus. You can also go to the middle floor and see a lot of movie replicas of your favorite movies like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, for instance. There's also a lot of apparel and kitchen cutlery. Let's just say that if they do not carry the knife that you're looking for, you should probably just become a blacksmith and make it yourself. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So, sir and or madam, what do you think of all of these options that I've laid out in front of you? Some of them sound appealing. Well, fantastic. What I'm going to do is give you all of these. You can keep them and use their coupons that are attached on the bottom. It is my pleasure to have introduced you to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and the many adventures that await the vacation of your dreams.